Isn't that the intersection? Isn't that where? I mean, this is misleading. That's misleading. That's got nothing to do with
Right,
it.
the alternate.
This is
Yeah.
blown up perhaps too much.
It's blown up too much. Okay.
I have one in my car. It was the same thing.
But is that smoke I see here? In here, Bill?
You know, I believe right in. You know,
Yeah.
right there. This is upside down. This right here. Okay, that right on the edge. That blackest section.
Yeah.
I believe that's the Fieldston Dance Hall.
Oh, really? Oh, how about that?
Where do you think that plume is? Where do you think this plume is?
That has nothing to do with it.
The thing that tipped me off was in looking at this, there are 3 buildings there. You see them?
Yep.
Okay. Those 3 buildings are still in existence. I'm familiar with them because in 1941 at the fire, there was some consideration given by my father to buy one of them and to move it to our property, or at least to design a house that would be somewhat like it. We ended up with a house that's somewhat like it. And the 3 of them are the same, and I'll take you to show you them.
Okay.
And so I figure that the fires started, you know, in between the first and the second one. And how far, I don't know. It's got to be, I'd say a good 150 yards or so.
No.
So if that was a cigarette coming from the road, you got to have a football player.
A cigarette. God, it couldn't have been a cigarette.
Do you think it was?
They said that the cigarette was down here in the corner of Fields.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, that's what I always had heard. The cigarette down here, right? Where the intersection is, where the restaurant is there. But this is so far up, and you look at the river. To me,
you start talking 12th, 11th, 10th, 9th.
Yeah.
8th rows down in there.
Yeah.
Because it was a marsh. You remember telling the story about the they didn't spend the money in the town.
Right, the $300.
Yeah. But and the claim is that this photograph
Did you ever go and look in Life magazine? Did you ever go?
I never got that copy of Life, but it's in.
You know, it's up in Maine. It was interesting in April and May. They had about 5 copies of Life magazine. They didn't have any. One of them, I went through them trying to see if there was a picture of the fire.
But it wasn't Life
magazine. I couldn't tell you the date. You know, April 21st, 21st is when the fire.
Right.
Yeah.
How could that have started? That if it's, you think it's about 100 yards back from the road, roughly?
I'd say so.
Yeah.
I'd say so. Trying to figure the distance between these houses here and the distance in. Yeah, I'd say it's got to be.
So no lightning, it means that was set by somebody.
No. Didn't hear anybody say anything about it being set, but it could have been.
Yep.
That rock fire.
Yeah.
Was it the Brant Rock line, an Ocean Bluff line? It's somewhere up around the next street here. Somewhere around this vicinity here is the dividing line, technically. But okay, this is coming up on Samuelson, is it? This house here was amazing what they do with that thing, but part of this house here, like that house stood and they put some more in, built it up more. Half of this house here burned. The fire came across this way. Okay, you can see that house over there, that's new. All of these things going back an angle towards the direction of the wind were gone. The fire, of course, ended there. They just let the houses over here burn. So all of this stuff in here was built over there. Houses going all the way out to, we'll move over to Plymouth, I think. Up the next street.
That's your house right there.
That's one of my houses. Everything in here went.
Charlotte.
Came across. Now, if you look on this next house and look in here, in that driveway, there's the fire station. Remember the back of the fire station. They saved that. They saved the house next door to it. Everything else went. Everything else went. Except the houses on that street that we came down. The other one was parallel to this.
That was all a big field right here?
Yeah. This
Wow,
was a
nothing
big
there, huh?
field. All of this stuff in here was a field. They used to come and play golf. They used to play, hit golf balls up in here.
That was all a big field right here?
Yeah. This
Wow,
was a
nothing
big
there, huh?
field. All of this stuff in here was a field. They used to come and play golf. They used to play, hit golf balls up in here. Now that house there, and you can see those. There were 3 little cabins. They were like that, and 2 of them they built up some more. Now, this was the last house here. That was saved. They saved the fire station. In doing that, they saved these places in here. That was belonged to my cousins, believe it or not. But the houses beyond, from here down, they burned. Very, very good to the town in saving their fire station. Everything else wet. Everything else wet. Now, some of the pictures that you have show little houses, and you announced it as Holy City, but it is not Holy City.
Sunrise? Or Abington Village? No.
These houses here, all of them were cabins. I used to call them cabins. And, this place here really falling apart. Most of it knocked it. And I see this little white place here. These were all like that. They were little cabins. There were 6 of them, and they've developed them since. You have pictures of these. For some reason, these were saved.
So that's an original.
Figured out. They didn't go. They didn't go. And everything from here, this side of the street from around here didn't go. Okay? You were talking about Wright and Starrett's. Do you have pictures of Wright and Starrett's?
Yep, Wright and Starrett's, yes.
Okay, Wright and Starrett's is down here. They have what they call the Ocean Bluff Packet here now, which is it used to be part of Wright's after the fire.
What about Winchips? Is that near
Over
here?
in here. Winchester was down the next street.
Oh, okay.
You can see the big house. You can see it when you come back.
But this is Wright and Starrett's, this area.
Right there was Wright and Starrett's. That piece of property in there is now owned by the Sisters of Notre Dame, who have it as sort of a little retreat for themselves.
Good for them.
Okay. Now on the corner, this is where the casino was. You have pictures of the casino,
yes.
Right? Okay. And over in this corner here was the Ocean Bluff house.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Now, and of course the church was down. The church actually was on the next block down, but I'm going down Foster Avenue. We can come back the back way.
There's the memorial right here in the island to the fire, where that bench is.
Is it? I
Yeah.
never really stopped and looked at it.
Yeah.
But everything in here went. And I just want to keep track of streets if I can.
So Foster got it. Was it Foster back then?
Yes. Yeah, it was. Up to 50s, everything here went. But the fire came across just about here. Somewhere in this vicinity here. I believe this is 5th. Let's see if this is 6th or not. Part of it, if this is 6th, part of it got caught down in here in the fire. This side of the street was okay, this side was not.
Okay.
Okay. If I've got 6, look, the sign's going, or is it? 6th Road, yeah, that's where I want to be. Everything over there got wiped away.
Wow.
And go back, we could see where the church was. Fire came right across there.
Wow. Right through here.
Right across here.
Wow.
Right there.
Okay. Which would...
This is a little store with the Pioneer. So all this stuff is, was old. This area right in here, there used to be White Brothers Stand. There used to be a golf driving range in here. And then they used to have motor scooters that they used to have, sort of little amusement center there. These houses, of course, were all old. Nothing got touched down in here. Nothing got touched.
Of course, the old Rex, right? Burned in 78, Rexicana.
The Rexicana. Was it September 4th, was it?
Yes.
19...
Right there. On Fieldstone. So this is where folklore has the point of origin back at Courtney's, right? So the fire burned.
This is all this over there now.
That was burned, right?
I find it interesting that this is what was left of those trees. I imagine are all since the fire.
Right, these are older than the fire, right? They have.
I don't know. They're still living.
Some of them look like they do have a chard to them, don't they?
They do, but I wouldn't understand how they ever went through the fire. I don't know. Maybe they did.
They've got a peculiar black intonation to them.
It is, yeah. But over in here now, it's Holy City. The market down there, 6th Road was down there. This here, that's 6th. Okay, so the fire came across in this section here. This was the last building that was left on this side. I can't tell you what else was here, but I know that was the last building. And
Came right off the marsh here.
went right out, went across at 6th. Roads came across the street this way.
Nor did I.
But this in here, and this section in here would have been known as Holy City.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and I think this would be Emerson Road, is it?
Yeah, Everson, yep.
Yeah, and this was just, house, very, very close together. And they say that you take the jelly off the kitchen table in the other house and put in your toast in the morning. So this was all the little places. They rezoned it, of course.
The old church was right there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Actually, this is an army barracks. Barracks that came out of the training ground of Framingham. There were 3 of them. One of them went to St. Elizabeth's in Milton. One of them came here. Where'd the 3rd one go? I have